it was reverse culture shock.
Really?
I would snap at anyone.
Oh my God.
I would just snap randomly, and it's because like no, that's the thing. Like they've got a culture, so it's called hygge, and basically like they don't believe in like putting work on like a humongous.
Yeah.
The still like point is that you want to meet like-minded people,
yeah,
like when you're there, and I think like the people of course make a place.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I've got a very special guest called Maita, and we're going to talk about our study abroad experience as Zimbabwean girls. So make sure you stay tuned and watch, because it's a very exciting video that we're going to record today. So Maita, introduce yourself. Where do you study, what do you study, and things like that.
So I study at University of Liverpool. I do marketing and I really enjoy it. I'm from Birmingham and I'm 20, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay, so we're going to jump straight into the questions and talk about our study abroad experience. Mm-hmm. So I want to ask you, why did you do study abroad?
I did it because I just thought like if I'm not in uni, like it's very difficult to do it yourself. So it's very difficult to like sort it out, whereas the university do everything, and like, you know, just it's an opportunity that's there, and it just seems so lucrative, so I just did it. Do you know what I mean? I just applied. I applied on the very last day of application.
Really?
And like I was supposed to apply for 3 universities. I only applied for 1.
Really?
And I was like, okay, just send it off.
Was the one you applied for like the one you got?
No, so I wanted to go to France, so Toulouse Business School. Because I'm learning French, and so I just was like, let me just immerse myself. But then I ended up going Copenhagen.
Oh, okay, exciting. Wow, then. That's interesting. But luckily you got a place, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, when I first got it, I didn't want to take it. Like, I remember on the train, I was like, they offered me Copenhagen Business School. I was like, no, don't want, because like I see like it's one of the best business schools. I was like, no, like, you know, like when you're intimidated.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like you thought it'd be too hard.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, it's a study abroad. Like I don't want to study.
Literally.
I want to like have fun.
Genuinely. And then the reason why I did study abroad, I went on a bit of divergence because I was just adding on from her point, was because pretty much the same reason as you, like, I'm not going to get the same amount of support to study abroad and financial support as well, you know. So if something goes wrong, you can just like call study abroad team, like, oh my God, help, I need, you know, this, that and the other, or, you know, head of department can help you out. Whereas if you're doing it on your own, it's kind of like a bit more difficult. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. So what did you enjoy about your study abroad experience?
I'm going to be cheesy and say absolutely everything.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry, everything was just amazing. I think the most bit is like, I mean, you know, when you do study abroad, you can carry on doing university at your own, but like the whole point is that you want to meet like-minded people, like when you're there, and I think like the people of course make a place like don't get me wrong, Copenhagen is the most beautiful city in the world, but like the people made it,
really,
and just everything, like experiencing a new culture. And because I didn't think I could do it, because I was intimidated by like starting again, whole new uni, new city, new language, and everything, I needed to do it. I just felt like that. So I think the best part of study abroad was the whole like just getting yourself out there and like meeting new people. Like people are the most beautiful people in the world, so it's like, the people were the best thing.
What, from Copenhagen?
Well, the exchange students who are just like me. I mean, like the Danes are obviously really, they're something else. They're a whole new pool of people. They're amazing. But I'm just meaning like the people. Like that was the best thing. Cause, like, you know what I mean? Like people make experiences.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? How about yourself?
That is literally the same thing that I was going to say. I mean, everything was great, but for me it was definitely the friends that I made. Like, okay, you can travel anytime and stuff like that, but honestly the friends that I made, I'm like, wow, because they're like different cultures and they have different ways of living. They're not from the same background as you, and because you're all in a situation where you're not really sure what's going on, and you kind of bond in a different way. I don't know how to explain it. It's like
real quick as well, like, you know.
And it's just weird, like, you can just say to someone, like, hey, do you want to do this or that? Like, I don't know for you guys, did you have, like, a Facebook page where people would post, like, oh, we're going X, Y, and Z this weekend, does anyone want to come along? Yeah,
we did, but, like, mostly we had, like, a dorm, like, WhatsApp huge group.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah, so similar thing there.
Did you stay in halls or, like, private accommodation?
Not private. It was halls, like, of 100 people.
Okay. Oh, interesting. I stayed in a house. so I didn't necessarily get to stay in halls because it was like really expensive, but I still managed to, you know, interact with international students, but it was mainly through like the Facebook page and people just being like open to meeting new people. So like I remember I just posted something on Facebook, and then one of my really good friends who's from the UK was like, oh hey, I'm also from the UK as well, you know, do you want to meet up? And then from there, that's how we built like our relationship and stuff. But just things like that where you just kind of do it, really. But I think honestly that was like the people amazing. Did you make any friends from like the country you were in, or were they all international?
They were all international. I made friends, but not like people I still talk to today.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they're from like, and yeah, they're from everywhere.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So building on from your relationships, like, do you think you're gonna continue to keep in contact with them?
Absolutely, I talk to them every day. There's no, and that's gonna be something that stays, because I think like when you do get close to someone, and obviously being abroad, like they are your family in a way. Like you've got no one else there. Like you rely on them, and they rely on you and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I still talk to them. Like I'm planning on visiting them and stuff. And luckily, one of my closest friends was British, so she's New Zealander. So I was like, at least.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, absolutely. Like it's not one of those like, oh, 4 months, best time of my life, thank you, and then you leave.
Yeah.
Like no, like I'm that sort of person. Like, if I like you, that's it. I'm sorry, you're my friend forever, whether you want to be or not.
Yeah. I totally get where you're coming from. Like one of my closest friends. The funny thing is, we did the same modules at University of Liverpool. We spoke briefly, but I didn't really know her. And then at Study Abroad, that's when we became like really, really good friends. And now it's really nice because like we've had that experience together, and we have like a different kind of bond that I can't really have with anyone else. Like we can relate so much, and we have like the same type of friends as well. So it's really good in the sense that like we can both go and see our friends in X, Y, and Z countries together, which is so amazing, really. And it just gives you like a purpose to travel. Like you can now say, I'm going here and seeing this person, which is amazing.
I know, like saying you've got like friends in other countries.
Literally, yeah.
You have to pay for accommodation as well. Like that's a bonus.
Yeah, literally. What friends? Where did your friends come from?
So my roommate was probably my first friend, and like sharing a room, I was like, what?
Oh, you shared a room?
Yeah, I shared an actual room.
Oh my god!
And like me, like I used to be such like, oh, I want my own space.
Yeah.
So it was amazing, and like we genuinely got on. Like we were genuinely friends. Like she's one of my favorite people. So she's from Australia, Melbourne, and then I made my other friend is from Barcelona, and then my other closest friend, she's from London. Okay. And then just the rest were Americans and just like European, like all over Europe. Yeah. And you know how you said that you didn't want to, because you can go to Europe. Yeah. I purposely only chose European universities. Really? Like partly due to the fact that you got a grant from the uni. Oh yeah, you got there, or from the EU. Yeah. And then also like I wanted opportunity to like come like go back and forth home, even though I only did that once. But I just wanted, I don't know why, I just like I love Europe, and I just feel like I can travel more like to surrounding countries. So like whereas you definitely didn't want Europe, it was like undisputed. I didn't want America. I'm not obsessed with like Australia, America and Canada as other people are. Yeah. So I think it was perfect.
Thing with me, like I wasn't obsessed with either of the countries because the only other place I've been to is Zimbabwe. Like that's the only other country I've been to. So for me, anywhere outside of the UK or Zimbabwe is like a holiday. Because I've never been anywhere else in Europe. No. Never.
You see, I'm in love with like traveling around, and like I was just like, yep, we're gonna go. And like I had actually gone to Denmark the year before, just like as a weekend, and I hated it. I was like, who would ever want to live in this country? Who would ever want to do? And here was me living in that country and everything. But I believe like everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's the same with me. Like I went to Canada, and I was able to see one of my cousins who I hadn't seen in 15 years, and I never thought it would be me going to Canada to see her. It's weird. So like you said, everything happens for a reason. Like you didn't get the university you wanted because of X, Y, and Z. Exactly. And I can't remember if the university I chose was the one I wanted, but I didn't really have my heart set on a uni. I just thought, let me apply, because I generally didn't really think anything serious of it. I just thought, I didn't
apply. If I get it, I get it. I don't, you know what I mean?
Didn't like it wasn't anything. And then when it actually happened, I was like, oh my god, it's actually happening. Like what? Yeah, that's really exciting. Oh, I went off on a bit of a tangent, but
I know it's like you have a memory lane.
Yeah. I think it's funny though, because when you're talking to people about it, it's like, how do I explain, like, how was your trip?
Study abroad.
You're
how
like,
was it? And you're like,
great, it was really good, thanks.
Yeah, exactly,
really
but
good,
it's still not doing it justice.
Yeah, no, it's just, and the thing is, whenever I'm talking to my friends about it, I was like, oh, when I was in Canada, my friend from this place, when I was in Canada, when I was in Canada, and I'm like, oh my god, these people must get so annoyed at me saying.
Yeah, I know. But at the same time, even so, like, even when you explain it to you, you still can't, like you said, like, you have this sort of bond with those who've been on abroad, and you kind of just, like, but when someone says, how was it, you're like, oh, it was so good, and you're like, I'm still not doing it justice, like, you just had to be there, one of those things. It's difficult.
So what challenges did you face, like, before going on study abroad, during study abroad, and coming back to, using the education system of the UK?
So before, the challenges before, was just trying to, like, it was that anticipation and that, like, worry, like, how is it going to be? Like, this is a completely different university. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're moving abroad. Like, do you know what I mean? So I think that those were the challenges. But apart from that, it was just more mental challenges, like nothing else. All of this. And then during abroad, it was like the first, the teething weeks or days, whatever, like the teethingness of, like, just trying to settle in.
It's like, keeps rumbling.
You hungry?
I don't know. I think so.
So, like, during the border, so, like, getting all that, like the legal stuff, all the admin done, visiting, like, all the places. It wasn't like, I'm making it seem as though it was like a long process, but it's just like, obviously having that done because you have to be legal in the country. So those were that, and then of course, like, just like settling down and being like, okay, where's the nearest supermarket? What's the exchange rate? What's the currency? What's this currency? What? Like, all of, like, those are, like, the challenges, and of course, like getting your surroundings, like orientation as well, like, of the uni, and then just feeling like, like, you obviously feel like out of your place. You're like, everyone knows I'm on exchange because I am lost.
And the accent as well in class and stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can tell the exchange students from the Danes,
definitely.
and, like, they'll look at you and they'll be like, oh yeah, you're from Britain.
Oh, and they're like, oh my god, I love your accent.
Yeah, but that's one thing I got all the time. Your accent. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. What challenges did you get when you came back?
Oh, it was reverse culture shock.
Really?
I would snap at anyone.
Oh my god.
I would just snap randomly, and it's because, like, I had this longing to be back, because I was like, there's no way I'm not going back. Like, what do you mean I'm not going back? Like, when I was here, I was like, it was reverse culture shock. I was like, whoa, England. As soon as I landed and stuff, and, like, I got out of the airport, like, all the cars, to, like, the number plates in the cars in the UK, I was like, the UK are so, like, they're really, I don't know, like, just, I was just thinking all these thoughts. I was like, everyone in the UK, they're so money orientated, they're all goal orientated. Everyone in Denmark, like, they don't worry about these things, and we do, and, like, it's all around us, like, everything from advertising, and I know I do marketing, but everything from advertising and everything, and, like, even people, like, themselves, looks and personality and just their mentality completely different. So reverse culture shock, I was just there like, no, I want to go back, like, like, just I didn't think I was going to get it, because I love home and I love Copenhagen, and I just thought, I'm going to love it either way, but just reverse culture shock got me.
So how do you feel, what's different? So from what I'm hearing, like, I feel like Copenhagen's, they have, like, a better, standard of living compared to the UK. They're a lot more relaxed. Is their work culture as workaholic as it is here? No,
that's the thing. Like, they've got a culture, so it's called Hygge, and basically, like, they don't believe in, like putting work on, like, a humongous it's still like they do here. So they believe in a work and home life balance. So
the UK apparently does that as well, but
no, they really do not. And then also, like, they're just, like, more welcoming. I don't know how to say, and they just keep themselves to themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, and just, their culture is just way more chilled. And I feel like, and it works for them. The standard of living, of course, is high, and to anything, like, the way the transport, like, here you'd get, like, a bus, or you get like a train and stuff. Like, there you like the bike lanes. Like, biking is the biking capital. So it's like, you just bike everywhere, and it's so serene. Like, it's just calm. Like, no one's rushing around here. If it's rush hour, everyone's rushing around like a headless chicken. No one. I've not seen a Dane run.
Really?
In my time I was there, I did not see a Dane run. They're not, like, desperate to, like. And also, they also believe, it's called Jantelov, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, where they don't believe that you're more important than anyone else. So, like, you know, like some people here, they'll just like talk to you like on the bus or something.
Yeah.
Like they'll see that as why should I introduce myself to someone else as if my life is better or my life is worth talking about? Whereas they're equal to me. Like they genuinely believe in equality. Like they don't say because I've got a better job, or they also don't wear like brand. They wear brands, but it's not like the way we wear brands. So like if we had a brand on, we'd be like, so all of this, like they could like frown upon that.
Oh really?
So
oh wow! Sure. I actually want to go to Copenhagen now.
Oh no, you should.
That sounds like somewhere I'd want to work.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
That sounds like, oh my god, that sounds really good. I think I'd love to work somewhere like that. That sounds like perfect. It's weird that like here I feel it's such a workaholic, busy, non-stop nature.
Competitive,
competitive nature, but over there it's like a lot more chilled, and I presume they're a lot more productive, and they have a higher standard of living.
Because they're happy. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Like, they're definitely... And of course they get paid a lot. And also, like, everyone there, because they get paid to go to uni, you would be happy. And also, like, if you get a job, like, most people have got a job, like, they've got their lives together. I'm sorry, but if there's anyone put together... it's the Danes. So they work and then you get more money. Well, that's what I've heard. Yeah. And that's what I've been told by them. Oh, wow. That you get more money if you work as well for going to uni. And I was like, wow. And like they're so turned on. Like, you know, here, like, you would go in like your hoodie and like not a thing. We're not in Copenhagen Business School. Like they were all dressed as if like if they told me they own their own business, I would believe them. I wouldn't even doubt them. Of course you do.
And it's weird that they're getting it for free. Because we're paying and we don't even go to lectures.
That's the thing. Whereas they're on it, like numbers didn't dwindle down throughout the weeks like they do here. Yeah. Like everything was just, I don't know, they just put together and like they dress in like semi-suits. Like they're just so smart, and just everything.
It sounds amazing. It genuinely sounds, because I feel like Canada is kind of like the UK in a sense. I feel like, you know, it's kind of like the UK. So it wasn't as like what you're saying. Like it's funny that, but that's actually really interesting. I actually really want to go and visit Copenhagen. But you did say you'd been the year before.
Yeah, just for a weekend.
But you wouldn't have got that same experience without study abroad, which is really interesting.
Because when you're studying abroad, you're actually living. Like, you are the public that people are seeing. Wow. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to do everything, like food shopping, everything. Just the same way you live here. Yeah. The same way you live, breathe, and socialize here. It's the same thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And you wouldn't get it like. No, it's not even like I was a tourist. It wasn't like I was on exchange, but it was still like, no, I was genuinely a Dane. So if someone asked me directions, I would genuinely have to say it's there. Like so many people did. Yeah. And also, obviously they speak English perfectly and stuff like that. But like when you went into shops, they're so fluent. Like they're just intelligent. These people are just intelligent. So usually with my exchange face, I'll be talking in English, of course. Everyone would be talking in English. And by the time you got to the counter, even if they was speaking in Danish, like they'll switch to English to you. And sometimes if they didn't do that, and then you just say in English, then it's absolutely fine. So there was no language barrier, so to speak. Wow. There was no language barrier, but you were you still wasn't like you were a tourist. Like it's completely different. Oh like my God. You were a Dane. Like you couldn't even be like. You'd be more touristy in terms of taking pictures everywhere you went, but that was the only thing.
Oh wow, that sounds amazing. I can't lie, I felt Canada was a bit kind of the same as the UK, although I feel like they're a lot more nicer and a little bit more chilled, but I don't know, but I definitely didn't have that same experience when it came to like people in Canada. But
isn't it like Canadians are like the kindest people in the world?
They are kind. They are really kind. But I feel like my experience in terms of university wasn't exactly the same as yours. But I don't know. Mine wasn't like that. It was just like it was kind of like going to around in the UK kind of, but the people there are nicer. I don't know, and the roads are wider and there's more space, and you know it's a bit more. No, apparently you can get arrested if you jaywalk actually.
No way.
Yeah, but like with that for with things like that, it's really weird because it's like I don't know, like you're getting arrested for jaywalking. Like, are the crime rates that low? You get arrested for crossing the road.
The police cars in Canada?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
In Denmark, I would spot a taxi more than I would a taxi car. They don't have any, like I said,
I don't think they have high crime rates, do they?
Oh, no, they don't.
Like, why would there be crime?
And also, like, where the royal family lived, I didn't even realise it was where the royal family went. Like, I was just, like, doing tours, and then I came across the square, and I was like, oh, nice buildings. It's not like, you know, Buckingham Palace, where you've got, like, guards
security,
with everything, and, you know, like, you've just got, like, this whole, like,
oh my God.
like, I don't know, just parade around Buckingham Palace. There was not such thing. The royal family, apparently, they're really chill. Like, they'll walk their kids to school as a casual day. Like I said, like, they've got that culture. Like, even the royal family don't think that they're anything more special than the average
Never in the UK.
Joe.
You would never...
Oh, no.
Actually, you might, but the security guards, the cars...
it's just noticeable,
Oh, wow.
It's just so much more noticeable.
How do you find the Denmark Canadian... How do you find the education system in Denmark compared to the UK, and which do you prefer?